I am befuddled. I am confused. I am dumbfounded. Howdy folks, you're watching Deuce and we are down on the farm going to test out what I bought for Black Friday. What did I buy on Black Friday? The Tokarev TBP12 shotgun. It's a bullpup. It looks like a crazy cartoon, but apparently they work. So what I'm going to do today is I've got a 5-round magazine and a 10-round magazine. We're going to go through the break-in process, the 50 to 100 rounds of ammo, and see if it actually breaks in. I'm going to bring you guys along. There's the 5-round magazine. Here's the 10-round magazine. There's quite a big difference there, almost twice as big. And in order to break in a cheap shotgun, I brought a whole bunch of cheap ammo. These are all just a bulk style stuff you'd find at Walmart or Academy Sports. The cheapest boxes of 25 and 50 and 100 round boxes I can find. Everyone recommends to use higher grade ammunition, but in a shotgun that I spent just barely over $2 for on Black Friday, I am not going to put expensive ammo in. All right. And these legitimately are the first rounds from this shotgun. All right. Well, am I going to have to do any kind of break-in period at all? And here's the exact ammo I just shot right there. That is the cheapest stuff I could find at Walmart. I will confess, in order to maximize the possibility of success, I did put on the full choke. It comes with 3 different chokes. We'll do some patterning of that here momentarily. But that looks pretty cool right there. That's a lot of magazine for just 10 rounds. That's one of the things I don't like about the bullpup setup here. After these first 5 rounds, I found out that while inserting the next magazine, the whole shotgun was locked up and jammed and I could not get the bolt to go forward. Okay, what did I just do? Okay, that right there, that was an issue with the magazine being able to be stuck way too far into the magazine well, and it jams up the system. So you cannot energetically slam in the magazine like you would, well, pretty much anything else out there. So well, I don't understand. This was supposed to have 50 rounds or 100 round break-in period before it even functioned correctly. And we are now at 15 rounds, perfectly working with cheap federal ammo. This was supposed to be a really long video. I guess, thanks for watching, guys. I don't know. Let's do some patterning of the shotgun to see what kind of patterns we get with the different chokes. With the shotgun, you get this little case right here, and it does say Tokarev USA on it, which is pretty cool. And inside you have the choke tube wrench and 2 extra chokes. The other choke is already in the shotgun. I'm at roughly 10 yards away, so let's go ahead and get this going here. All right, the full choke. I will admit I forgot the instruction manual at home, so I'm not sure what choke this is. I think it's an improved cylinder. I'm wrong on this. The second choke I try here is a modified choke, and the third choke is a cylinder choke. All right, a good spread. Let's go to the upper left-hand corner of that Amazon box. Okay, yes, that is a quite a bit bigger spread. So here's pretty much the pattern right there. Not basically a hand span at 10 yards. And here we have, this was about where the spread was on the improved cylinder, and the cylinder went all over the place. So yeah, we have quite a good spread with the cylinder and improved cylinder chokes, which is completely understood. And of course, full choke is a much tighter pattern for longer range. Why you need a choke on a bullpup shotgun, I'm not sure. I will probably be using cylinder choke for the most part, but there we go. Just to verify that she will run with the cylinder choke in there. I'm gonna put 10 more rounds of the cheap Federal ammo, and we will see how she goes. Please bear in mind, I did not get this in kind of specialty offer or anything. I went to a gun shop and I bought it with my own hard-earned money and then took it home. Now, just for fun, let's do one little quick shot without the handguard on there, just to see what see what that looks like. All right, here we go. It works just fine. Today's buckshot is brought to you by Winchester in the form of Super X. It is double-aught buck, 9 pellets, 1325 feet per second. So it's pretty good here. It's got the high brass there, so I'm looking forward to seeing if it runs. Now, because this part of the video is after Christmas, I've got plenty of cardboard boxes ready to rock and roll so we can see the pattern of this double-aught buck through the Tokarev here. I put the cylinder choke on there, not even the improved cylinder, the normal cylinder choke on there. So we'll see if it rocks and rolls like it should. And you are, there we go. Also, this is about 10 yards away from the target. All right, 3 rounds of double-aught buck. It handled it like a champ. Well, my camera just lost that footage, so let's re-record this real quick here. Okay, the 3 rounds you just saw me shoot was standard 9 pellet double-aught buck, 2 3/4 inch shell. But I have a 2 3/4 inch shell that holds 12 pellets right here. This is made by a company called Noble. I'm pretty sure they're German or overseas. I don't know. Every now and again, they come out with a really good deal on double-aught buck, but it holds 12 pellets versus 9, and they still consider it a 2 3/4 inch shell because instead of using the pedal that they normally close shells with, it uses the rounded over crimp that you normally see in slug guns or in slug shells. They do that and they just cap it off with a piece of plastic and throw in another row of double-aught buck. So let's put 3 rounds of that through the Tokarev here. I have yet to see a semi-automatic shotgun fire this. I have tried this in several different semi-automatic shotguns. My own 12 gauge Sega shotgun does not like these, will not cycle these, and many others won't as well. Now, it is a little bit slower. It's like 1,290 feet per second, but it's also shooting 3 more pellets, which is heavier. So it should be about the same power as far as the cycling ability, but let's find out if it runs it. Now, of course, astute viewers will see that I've already shot this at the target, so I'm going to shoot a little bit more to the top of the piece of cardboard, and we'll see if it runs. It just runs. It runs and runs and runs, regardless of what kind of shells I put in it. So again, this is roughly 10 yards away. So let's go ahead and move up here. And you see, here would be, I was aiming a little bit further north on the target here. So there's where I was aiming before. Here's where I was aiming now. And you can see all those 12 pellets. Well, 12 times 3. So you got 36 pellets there, all grouped together. Again, about a hand span, which in my opinion, 10 yards away, a hand span or 2 hand spans will cover an entire chest, which would be a bad day for any kind of criminal. I am befuddled. I am confused. I am dumbfounded. All because this extremely cheap shotgun has performed perfectly. I have not found any issue other than the over insertion of the magazine issue, which again is just a training problem that you just have to get used to. Would it be nice if you could just slam that sucker in there? Yes, but if that's the only issue involved here, this is a good shotgun. Please excuse the mess. I've got a little bit of a project going on here in the bunker, but this is not my only semi-automatic shotgun. In years and years past, I reviewed a very inexpensive Remington 1187, which they do not make anymore. They still offer the 1100. The 1187, which is the cheaper option, a cheaper version of that, is no more. For the most part, it handled everything I threw at it as well, except it had about a 20 to 30 round break-in period before it would reliably cycle really inexpensive birdshot like this Federal. The Tokarev shotgun handled it the very first shot. And you saw that live on camera. You saw magazine after magazine of this cheap Federal birdshot going through this sucker like it was nobody's business. It did not care. I put garbage ammo through this thing, it didn't care. I put nice ammo through it, it didn't care. It just ran and ran and ran. Don't get me started about this stupid Saiga 12. I mean, it's a Chinese copy of a Saiga 12, supposed to be the closest, most accurate rendition of what you used to be able to buy from Mother Russia. That thing still, after hundreds of rounds, has issues with the cheap Federal birdshot stuff. And yes, the gas is all the way on. You can adjust the gas on that, and it is all the way open. Still has problems. At this point in time, I have roughly 100 rounds of various types and quality and brand of ammo through this shotgun. And I've only come up with 2 issues that I can talk about being problems. Number 1, I've already mentioned it, the over-insertion issues with the magazine. You bounce that magazine too far up in there, it will go in there a little too far and jam up the action. The second problem is basically the nature of the beast of a bullpup shotgun and the fact that it puts your face right next to the chamber. So when you fire around and you're sighted in correctly, the gases from that shotgun shell can come up and hit you right in the face, which normally is not a problem. With this Noble, it wasn't a problem. With this Winchester, it wasn't a problem. With this Federal, it was a problem. This stuff, whatever they use, whatever caustic cat piss they put in this thing, it just shot sulfur straight up my nose. I've seen these advertised for sale under many, many different names, different manufacturers, different importers. Now, there probably is only 1 or 2 places overseas that's actually making these. This one is the Tokarev 12 bullpup, and it'll say Tokarev and Knoxville, Tennessee. It's SDS Imports that imports these. Last summer, I got to speak to a representative of the SDS company at the GOA convention. And they mentioned to me that they have their own engineers on staff, and their engineers put together their own specifications and send it to Turkey and the other countries that manufacture their firearms. And they have their firearms, the ones that they're importing, manufactured to their specs, not to the generic specs that the company that's manufacturing them offers to the rest of the world. Now, was that a true statement? Was it a false statement? I have no idea, but everything I've shot from SDS has generally been a good purchase at a very reasonable price. If you can't tell already, I really like this shotgun. I am super happy that I went over to the gun store and bought one of these. This is one of the best purchases I made in 2024. It's going to be really hard to beat this purchase in 2025. The low price I paid for this, which of course I can't go over prices in YouTube land, but the very, very low price I paid for this was ridiculous for the amount of quality that I got. And I highly recommend, if you need or even just want or just like shotguns, pick one of these up. You will not be disappointed. Well, guys, that's for me today. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a like, because that really helps out the channel. And if you have any comments, questions, or show ideas, leave that down in the comments down below. I'll try to get as many of those as possible. And as always, you guys have a great day. See ya.